Hello, my beautiful beloved. Welcome to episode 2 of our Archangels of Sacred Sexuality series. This is very exciting. I'm so thrilled that you are here. We are going to explore a variety of archangels that I've been working with for some time that have been of huge benefit for me on my sacred sexuality journey. And they are just gorgeous, benevolent beings and entities, frequencies, however we want to connect with them, that are just so benevolent and supportive of us on our process and our human journey. And we need all the allies we can get, right? So I invite you to go and explore episode 1, which is more an introduction of this series and explaining why and how and what and the purpose behind all of it and how to connect with angels and etc. And then we're going to now, each episode, we're going to dive into one specific angel and explore that energy and frequency a bit more. So, it came through to me some time back. Archangel Aurora started connecting with me, came into my world somehow. I don't remember exactly how, but when working with her and just asking, like, what are my next steps? What is some guidance? Do you have some, information for me, next steps forward? And she was like, yeah, we've create this series and share with people how to utilize archangel frequencies to really support on their sacred sexuality journey. I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. So I love it. And now we're finally birthing it into reality. So we're going to start. For me, the way I work with the archangels is I work with chakras a lot. I do energy healing and such. And that's part of when I started connecting with them was through energy healing and magic and just learning more about them. And then they started presenting themselves and showing up in my world. And then I, took the invitation and ran with it and have been really just so supported in so many ways. So I associate with the chakras with different angels, archangels. So we're going to go through starting at the Earth Star chakra and then working our way up to crown and beyond chakras too. I thought that would be a good way to structure this. So we're going to start off at the Earth Star chakra, and that's the Archangel Sandalphon. And she is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous sacred feminine energy. The Earth Star chakra is about 12 inches below our feet, they say, and it really connects us to the earth and helps us to really ground down into our experience, our connection with the earth, right? And of course, a lot of us, when we start off on that journey, our chakras are very imbalanced, and we're lacking that connection to the earth, right? And we feel separate from, and we feel like we're destroying the planet. We're not part of nature. That's really been the narrative that we've been given, right? We're destroying the planet. She doesn't want us here. She's doing things to kick us off. We're being punished, right? Where is that coming from? Guilt, sin, shame, punishment mentality, right? It's just been kind of the dominant energies on our planet, dominant frequencies, very fear-based, very fear-based. And anytime that separation is being promoted and punishment and lack, we really got to look at that. It's old models, it's old paradigms. We're moving out of that. We are connected with the earth. We do belong here. She's our mother. This is our home. We are very supported here, and we need to shift that narrative. We need to change the paradigm. And that's something that Archangel Sandalphon is really amazing at. She really helps us to bring it down and feel connected. And I see her, and, as I said in the introduction, all of this is a very personal journey. Any connection that we have with archangels or other beings or frequencies that we connect with is our own personal journey. It's our own personal connection. So while we can learn from that from others, don't get attached to anything that I'm saying or any of the ways that I connect. I'm just sharing my experience in hopes that it might inspire you to open up these connections for yourself to support you on your journey. So for me, Archangel Sandalphon is a deeply earthy, sacred, feminine energy, and I see her in the earth with these gorgeous, like, roots growing out of her. Like, her hair is these beautiful roots, and she's just so luscious and nourishing and empowering. But to me, she is connecting us deeply with our humanity, with the ancient wisdom of our humanity and of our human bodies and of our connection with the earth, restoring that connection for us. And the way this plays out for me in sacred sexuality is our bodies are such a huge part of it, right? But our sexual energy and our sexual frequency, we are sexual beings. Nature is very sexual, right? Mother Earth, it's all nourishing, sexy, creative, powerful, fierce energy, right? But nourishing and loving. Our sexuality is a very important part of our existence here on this planet and in the 3D world, right? That's how we connect. That's how we are birthed into this world. The beauty and the power and the spirituality of our sexuality has been stripped from us. And there's been a lot of perversion and shunning and shaming and distortion of our sexual energy and hijacking of it, right? And I'm not going to get into blame, shame, judgment around that. It's just what it's been up until this point. And now we're finding new ways where we're getting more conscious of that and deciding, like, hey, actually, I want to reclaim my sexuality and my sexual power and my sexual energy, right? I want to remember the divinity of it and the beauty of connecting with another being, the beauty of sexual expression and energy, right? It's nothing to be shameful about, nothing to be shamed. Let's celebrate it, honor it, cherish it. And for me, that's what Archangel Sandalphon has really supported me around, like just remembering the truth, the wisdom of our sexuality, the wisdom of these bodies, the wisdom of nature, the wisdom of the longing to be in union with another, but really like rooting down, getting very into the earth. And again, releasing that shame, releasing the old paradigm that makes us want to escape the body. A lot of spiritual traditions have been, or religious traditions have been about transcending the body and getting out of the body. The body's dirty. It's shameful. It's animalistic. It's at the whim of everything. There's just like we have no control of the body, and we need to somehow what's the restrain it, and get a handle on it, because otherwise they'll just run amok, and we're just all about like hedonism and that, even that there shouldn't even be anything wrong with that, right? I mean, we're here to experience pleasure in with all of these senses in this 3D world, in these bodies, in the physical form, right? That's part of it. I mean, there's many aspects to our experience and our reality here, but we are in these bodies. To shun and shame them and pervert them and try to escape them, to me, that seems like folly, right? Let's embrace them. Let's utilize them. They are tools. They are temples to support our ascension into higher frequencies, right? Not ascending out of the body, but having a spiritual experience in these bodies. We came here to experience this physical body. And Sandalphon has been very supportive in helping me to really embrace that, embrace my sexuality, and to connect with it at a very primal, deep level. The wisdom of our bodies, the wisdom of humanity, the wisdom of our connection with nature and our connection with the earth. Very freaking powerful when we open into it and allow it. So she can really help us to remember that when we start connecting with her and open into that understanding and that energy, and really support the opening and the healing and the balancing of our Earth Star chakra. She is hugely beneficial. She's, I think, one of my favorite angels. I mean, they all have their different frequencies, but she's been pivotal in my experience around sacred sexuality and around my body and the sacred feminine, right? Really strengthening the beauty of birth, of birthing into existence, whatever we're birthing into. That's not just childbirth, that's birthing in any creative projects, anything that we're bringing into this world, right? And just really honoring that process and understanding that aspect of our humanity. It's beautiful. We're creative beings, right? It's gorgeous, gorgeous energy. Let me see. Okay, what else do I have to say? I took notes because I often will get off and then forget. Okay, yeah, the relationship between the earth and humanity, again, it's unity, it's oneness, it's a symbiotic relationship, right? We're all here together, and the earth loves us and wants us here. She truly does. She truly does. It's not about punishment. It's not about sin and shame. That's a human construct. That's a human construct. That is not her. So Sandalphon will help us remember this, right? Or that's what she's done for me. Again, I don't want to say what she'll do for you, but this has been my experience. This has been my experience. Really beautiful energies. Practices to help support connecting with Sandalphon. For me, just communicating, right? Talking and speaking. And, in my meditation or my morning practice, just connecting with the angels, just asking them for help. I do a magical ritual every morning, the LBRP, which in the version I do it, it's connecting with angels, a number of angels, right? And I'm going to include books below, one that's especially supportive for that. I think it's called High Magic. I should by Damien Eccles. Really, really beautiful practice. And this has really strengthened my experience of working with the angels. And it's very simple. And I mean, there's a bit to it, but it's unbelievably powerful. So this is a great way to support deeper connection and deepening of the connection and guidance and support and hearing the messages, right? And from the archangels. And as I've said in the intro, this is never about giving our power away. This is connecting with allies, energies and frequencies that are benevolent, that want to support us on our journey. And we connect with them in gratitude and just and fun and play, right? It's not this heavy. It's not a hierarchy. They're not like better than. We're not giving our power away. So really important to know that they are here to support humanity. They are our allies, and we don't give our power away to them, right? We just work with them and connect with them and ally and just see how can we support each other, right? Because as your frequency starts rising, as you're connecting with these beautiful archangel beings, they're helping to clear and heal, right? So your frequency is going to start elevating and raising, and then that supports other humanity, all of humanity, to continue to evolve and expand and to elevate our consciousness. So that's how we support each other, right? Because we're all in this together, right? We are all one. Okay, so earthing, anyway, like grounding, getting connected with the earth. Connecting with trees is really supportive for Sandalphon. Again, I see her with the roots in her hair and just like the ancient wisdom of the trees. I associate very much with the wisdom of Sandalphon, like the redwoods, especially, like just this total gorgeous higher consciousness of these trees. It's magical, right? And I think of that with her. So forest bathing. Anytime you can connect with trees, get into the forest and just sit and connect with her and talk to her. Again, prayer and meditation. Ask for guidance, right? Candle ritual is wonderful, and I use a brown candle for Sandalphon. The fire element is super powerful. Just making offerings, creating altars, right? Putting something in, maybe like a little piece of wood or a little carving or something on your altar, and connect with that. That's a beautiful way. But asking for guidance. How can you support me on my sacred sexuality journey? How can you support me in my body? How can I open up to your wisdom more? How can I learn from you? What messages might you have for me? It's quite simple. And then we have to listen, right? We have to listen. A lot of times we can ask and then not allow it to come in. Something I said in the previous video, like ask for messages, ask for signs. How will I know that you're actually connecting with me? Will you show me the color brown? If we're connected, let brown show up in my world, right? And then you start seeing what happens. And it's just, so there's ways that you can communicate in that way. Again, check out some of the books below to support you in your process and how to communicate more with angels. But this is your own process. Don't get attached to what other people are doing. Those are just suggestions, right? Some people, one book I'm recommending because it has a lot of good information about angels. He's very detailed about how to do it. He also says that you can just connect with them, but he has a ritual that's set out and organized. And, some of it is like, you have to do this to connect. And that hasn't been my experience. He also does say a couple of times, like, you don't have to go through all this. You can just connect, which I think is really important, because anytime somebody's telling you, like, this is the only way it is, you have to do this to do that, critical thinking, think into that. Does it resonate with you? Do they have the authority on all archangels and how to connect? No, they don't. And that's an old dogmatic system that we've been in, which is very disempowering. Create your own methods, create your own, feel into it, trust your intuition, trust your heart, open up to that, right? Let's see what other practices. Yeah, creating a sigil, journaling, writing out and just say, Archangel Sandalphon, what might you have to share with me today? How can I learn from you? What might you guide me on? What are the messages? What wisdom do I need to know today? Right. And then just journaling it out and allowing yourself like 10, 15 minutes to just type whatever comes in and trust what comes through, right? Hear and listen. We got to allow that space in this. Oh, I apologize. Somebody's out there with a leaf blower, but shoot. So maybe that's coming onto the video and maybe not. But yeah, we really need to allow space for those messages to come in. We're just so kind of hyper busy, and we need to allow some stillness when we're connecting and just like, okay, what's coming through, right? So let me see what else here. Drum journeys. If you're into drumming, I highly recommend it. Get a drum, then journey for yourself, right? And you don't need any skill for this one. You really don't. I mean, trust me, I don't have any drumming skill, and I use my drum a lot and in all my energy healing sessions and to go on journeys, and the wisdom that will come through that the sound and the frequency is just so powerful. And we can ask messages and then journey into our heart or journey down into the ground, journey into the earth and connect with Sandalphon and just say, what do you have to share with me? The drum is super powerful and it will take you there, right? So gratitude, right? Gratitude. Be sure to offer gratitude. Yeah, open up communications. Yeah, and ask for guidance. I mean, really ask. It's just really been that simple for me, right? So let's see. Okay, stones and crystals that are really supportive, and I feel like are powerful vibrations of her energy, right? I brought a few here. And this is the color that I associate with her with. It's like a reddish brown, like I don't know if you can see that. This is vanadinite, and it's a very powerful Sandalphon stone. It's very earthy and really, really connects you down. To me, this is like her essence right here. So vanadinite, and I'll try to remember to put that down below, right? Here is wolfenite, which is also, again, look at how earthy and gorgeous that is. So yeah. Here we have septarian, which is another just really earthy stone. So any of these like kind of brownish earth colored stones are really, there's like shaman stone, there's a prophecy stone. That one's really good. That one's good for connecting with a lot. Labradorite is just, it's good for all angels. So all archangels I have found very transformative, magical stone. Let's see, what else did I put down here? Yeah, brown stones and crystals. Okay, there it is. And essential oils, also sandalwood, any kind of earthy wood essential oils are going to be great. Cedarwood, cinnamon, that deep earthy, again, like very sensual, gorgeous, sensual energies. Patchouli, cardamom, clove, frankincense, and myrrh. And you can do candle ritual with this. You can just put some on yourself and connect with that Archangel Sandalphon frequency, right? And again, this is just supporting your process and opening into the wisdom and allow the frequencies of that to support you as well. So, yeah. Yeah, really powerful practices. These are very simple, very powerful and effective. And again, this is an ongoing journey. Anytime you connect with an angel, archangel, it's developing a relationship, right? So the more you connect and the more you open into that, the deeper and richer the experience is going to go. I mean, I've been connecting with them now for years, and it's just they're with me all the time now. I feel them so strong because I've been cultivating that relationship, right? And they're just here to support for everything. And they hold me so beautifully. When I'm freaking out and losing my shit about something, right? Whoever knows what, this human journey is crazy. It's crazy. So it's ups and downs. And to have these allies for support is so amazing. And they don't judge anything. I can do and be whoever I want. I'm the one judging. Humans are the ones that are judgmental and critical, right? We're moving out of it, trying to get conscious around that, but they aren't judging at all. So to have these beautiful energies and frequencies that are so supportive, so not judgmental, so loving, so insightful, so wise, so benevolent. It's an amazing support on our journey. And I can't say enough good things about connecting with these energies and frequencies, and however you want to see them. Like, for me, again, I guess I explained how I see Sandalphon, but they're going to show up different for everybody, right? And sometimes it's a color, sometimes it's maybe an orb or something, or maybe it will have more of a form to you. Maybe you will see like angel wings. I don't know. Like that's part of the personal journey that this is as well. Don't just allow it to come in, whatever's ready to come in. And yeah. I feel like that's it. Again, very just sacred feminine, sacred feminine, sacred feminine, right? If you need strengthening around your own sacred feminine, and this is for men as well, because they've been really disconnected from their feminine, disconnected from their intuition, although I think that's more of a different archangel. We'll get into her later, but really coming into a strong, safe place in our bodies and our sensuality and our sexuality and the wisdom of these bodies and of humanity and the connection with the earth. Really, really beautiful and powerful. And if you have any shame around any of that, any judgment, connecting with Archangel Sandalphon will really support opening that up for you and really opening up your sexual energy and the flow, right? Shifting all those old unhealthy paradigms and belief systems. I think that is it. Thank you so much for being here. Stay tuned for the next episodes where we're going to keep getting into more of the archangels. Yeah. And seeing how they're supporting us on our sacred sexuality journey. It's a wonderful adventure to go on. And I'm just thrilled that you are here and open to exploring with me. Please check out the rest of my YouTube channel for so much more to support you on your sacred sexuality journey and your spiritual path. Please visit my website for energy healing sessions, sound healing sessions, one-on-one guidance sessions, community events, really powerful community events. We have a sacred sexuality discussion every month. We get to sensual dance meditation to really support getting into our bodies. That's a great way to connect with Sandalphon as well. So beautiful. Pilgrimages to gorgeous, beautiful, sacred energy sites on the planet, programs to support you on your spiritual path and your sacred sexuality journey. There's just so much, and tons of resources over there to really open it up for you. Free resources to really let's explore, right? If you're wondering, you're questioning, like, what is sacred sexuality? What does that have for me? There's some reason you're here. So explore that. But yeah, check out my website for so much more. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with people you think might be interested in it. And thank you so much for being here and for journeying with me. I am so grateful for your presence, and I look forward to connecting with you further. All right, thanks, everybody. Bye. Wait a minute, everybody. Hold on. Don't leave quite just yet. I can hardly believe that I forgot this. This is obviously recorded after completion of that video, and totally different outfit, as you can tell. So new day, new outfit. I can't believe that I forgot to mention our upcoming pilgrimage. It's going to be in 2026, but it's pilgrimage to Mount Shasta, which is the root chakra of the planet. And it's a very powerful transformative energy and an excellent place to put all of this into practice and connect with Sandalphon. We're going to be really connecting with the earth there and getting deep into it and really shifting the energies in especially our root chakra, because it's the root chakra of the planet, but the Earth stars very, I feel like they're very connected, and just as we've been talking about throughout this previous video, right? So really helping us to feel safe in our bodies, connecting with the wisdom of our bodies and our sexuality, connecting with the wisdom of the earth and the wisdom of the archangels, especially the earthy angels that I consider like Sandalphon and Ariel, which is going to be in the next video. So yeah, definitely check that out. There's much more information on my website and a link to sign up to get notified of all the upcoming progress that's being made on that pilgrimage. It's going to be very exciting. And yeah, we're going to be in a gorgeous, I believe, potentially a lovely cabin or retreat center out in the forest, in the wilderness, really connecting with the trees, connecting with the earth. We'll be doing ritual, we'll be doing guided meditations, we'll be doing breath work, energy healing, there's connecting, ritual, there's dancing, movement, right? Really getting into our bodies. It's going to be really gorgeous and really stunning. So when you're ready for some seriously deep transformation and to really take it to the next level, this is a perfect next step for you. So this is great to get planning for it, right? It is again in 2026. So a little ways out right now, but I definitely want to mention that in here for anyone that comes to this whenever they do. And if you're coming to it after the fact, check out the other pilgrimages that are coming up. So this is a real passion of mine to lead us on pilgrimage to these really powerful sacred sites of the planet and connect with that powerful energy. Deep transformation happens. Powerful clearing, powerful awakening, powerful empowering, energizing, rejuvenating, really big healing and shifts can happen here and really help us to move into our sexuality and sensuality in a much deeper way. And it's very sensually focused, sensually, sort of like sensually focused to help us get into our bodies and really open up that beautiful energy for ourselves, right? And to get out of whatever's been blocking us from connecting with our bodies and being in our power around our sexuality. So working with the chakras and working with the angels are just really important pieces of this. So I think I will put this at the end. I recorded 3 videos without mentioning this, so I'm just going to put this at the end of each video. And thank you so much for your presence again and for being here. And I look forward to making pilgrimage with you to these powerful places on the planet. And Mount Shasta is really, for a lot of us, if you're here in America, it's kind of right here in our backyard. It's the only chakra point on this continent. You know, there's Egypt and England and Peru and Tibet, which I'm going to be going to all this year, and I'm so freaking excited. I was in Peru earlier, and that was such a freaking power place on the planet. Oh my gosh, the energy was off the freaking charts. In the pyramids, I was just there too, and same thing. So I trust Mount Shasta is just going to be, you know, a total game changer for us. So I'm super excited. So mark your calendars, June of 2026. And again, check out my website, get on the wait list for so much more information and just to be updated constantly, or not constantly, but updated regularly. That's the word I'm looking for, about progress being made and how to plan for that pilgrimage. Because it's really, you know, it's the intention is a pilgrimage. It's a spiritual journey within. Not only do we go to a location, of course, but it's the inner journey. It's the journey of awakening and empowerment and stepping into our sensuality and our sexuality. So really gorgeous. So thank you again for being here and for your presence, and stay tuned for so much more about that. Thanks all. Bye. Where's the record? There it is. Bye.